Let's see. Refreshes. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Pineapples and Pixels podcast. I'm your host, Pineapple with Root. This is your fellow host.
The builder.
He builds things with bits. Can you believe it? That's more accurate than ever now, actually, because we're playing a mod pack with chisels and bits.
Yeah, I actually do build things with bits. I have become the real 8-bit builder.
Can you believe it?
My character arc is complete.
Oh my god, your transformation. Oh, I did not link it. The one time you don't remind me. Anyways, how's everyone going?
Oh yeah.
I'm going. I don't remember what I was gonna say. As far as I know, but I have not been keeping up with any news. Not a lot happened this week. Am I wrong?
Not a lot happened this week, but a few things happened. I believe last week. And we weren't here last week.
Yeah.
So a few things did happen this week, though. Nintendo did a bad.
Oh, yeah. Okay, I remember this. I saw this on Twitter and it pissed me off. I saw this on TikTok and it
surprise,
pissed me off.
surprise! Nintendo did a bad. This shouldn't be surprising anymore. I feel like
But
they do this every
Nintendo
week.
did like the video game purchasing bad. They pulled a fucking EA.
They did pull an EA.
Like,
I didn't
dude,
think
they
would stoop
can.
this low.
Yeah, like they can do like morally bad things, and I can be like, yeah, I can imagine a big company doing that. But I didn't expect them to like
Do this.
do this. Like it's obviously not as bad, but it's like why
Still.
you kind of had a reputation for being good about
Not.
this stuff at least, and then now you're ruining that. So to explain, um, so basically everyone knows about the what's it called, Skyward Sword remake on Switch. Well,
Yeah, I think-
Nintendo
yeah.
decided that one of the best quality of life features that makes like Skyward Sword really that would make Skyward Sword better, like because is fast travel was basically what it is. You can fast travel between everything. That would make pretty much any Zelda game like so much more bearable.
Yeah.
That's why it's one of the reasons Ocarina of Time is so good. But then they locked it behind the purchase of an amiibo. This fast travel system can only be unlocked with $15.99.
I
Probably
believe
more,
it's
honestly.
$25.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Nintendo has officially stooped to the low of microtransactions.
Great.
So now, to get a good Skyward Sword, you don't only have to pay, is it 40 or 60?
I believe it's a $60 game.
Now to get a better Skyward Sword than you could play on the Wii, you have to pay not only $60, but you have to pay another $25, leading into an $85 video game remake.
Wow, that's messed
Not even
up.
remake. It's not even a remake. It's a remaster. They added one feature.
Maybe if we're lucky, it'll be more of a remake and have more features added, but
Dude,
we'll see.
for $85, they better fucking fix everything. They better make the game good for $85.
Yeah. I'm also upset because you know it's gonna be hard to get this amiibo. They're not gonna make enough.
No. They never do. Why would they start now?
So they better like retract on that and have it be like, because I'm hoping maybe it's just that it does that, but there's other ways to do it. Like you can unlock in the game a way to do that pretty easily, but
Yeah. What their decision's probably gonna be is just make it so you can unlock it with all the amiibos instead of just the one. But that doesn't excuse the fact that you still have to pay for another amiibo. Like what the hell?
yeah.
It just
It's
maybe
shitty.
wouldn't be as expensive now because you could buy used ones, but it's still really shitty.
This is bad, and I hope Nintendo doesn't do this type of stuff in the future, because
It's really fucking weird that Nintendo's turning into EA because EA. I mean, I say EA didn't make good games. EA made pretty good games for a while. We got the
Yeah.
Battlefront series, but they, as soon as they included microtransactions, they're like all the games that have microtransactions in them, other than I guess like Overwatch, but that's Blizzard, were not great. Like no one really
Yeah.
liked. I mean, people really liked Battlefront, Star Wars Battlefront, and Battlefront 2, but everyone
Mhm.
hated it. But no one could play it in the beginning because I'm pretty sure with both games it was basically pay to win.
Yeah. I don't think the first one was. I don't think I don't think we were there yet, but
But I think
the
I
sequel
think
definitely had that problem.
but it's kind of weird seeing Nintendo, especially with this, because it's
Yeah.
not like crash it's not like the Crash Team Racing remake, because that's a remake. That's basically a new game. That pretty
Yeah.
much is a new game. They added more maps, more cars, more characters, a new driving system. They added a new
Mhm.
battle pass feature, and I can get why they would add microtransactions for that, although it's dumb because you already paid for the game. But
Yeah.
they did all that. But it makes sense to me more because it's like it's literally a new game. It
Mhm.
this
It's
that
brand new.
Yeah, Crash Team Racing could basically be like the third game, or it's not Team Racing. No, it is Team Racing. Crash Team Racing could
Yeah, it's
basically be like the third game in the series or whatever it is, fourth, whatever.
Mhm.
It, but Skyward Sword is like an
A
old
Wii
game.
game.
It's a Wii game, and they're injecting microtransactions into it, which is really fucking weird. And it's not even like
Yeah.
convenient microtransactions.
No.
It's not convenient, nor does the price justify the means.
No. It's bullshit.
You know people are just gonna pirate it, right? People are just gonna make their own NFC tags.
You know what? Maybe.
But it's gonna be
No.
like it's gonna be bad if they don't do it. And they did pretty well. It's so weird because they keep remaking because they're like we're finally getting the remakes that we wanted, other than maybe Skyward Sword. But
Yeah.
they're adding like
Not well.
weirdly terrible things.
Mm-hmm.
Like we didn't get full screen for some reason on the Mario 64 remaster.
Yeah, that was stupid.
And also not all textures were upscaled for some reason, although you didn't even manually remake the textures.
Yeah, they were
The controls
upscaled.
weren't
You
fixed, the
didn't do all
camera
of them.
weren't fixed, and nothing about that game was really made better. I'm being honest.
Render 96 is a free thing, and it was more impressive a million times over than you.
And then you get like and then like that entire package only lasted for like half a year.
And they didn't actually do anything. They just straight up took it down. I'm still upset about that. That's just gone. You
Yeah,
can't
it's
get
just
that
gone.
now.
You can't get it unless you get it pre-owned. It's really weird. And now we're getting like all these freaking. And now we have the Skyward Sword, which we were like, okay, Skyward Sword remake. That with a bunch of
Yeah.
added things could be really good. And then they
Mm.
fucking do this, and it's like, why do
Why?
you taint your good games?
Why
It's
do
like
you have to do
Nintendo.
this way?
It's like Nintendo is purposely trying to make the games seem bad so you will buy their new games instead of playing the old ones.
Yeah.
That is the most conspiracy theorist should have ever said. But like, what the hell?
Why did they even think this was a good idea?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I would have just made, like, the little amiibo figure, I don't know, give you a heart container or something.
Mm-hmm.
No, let's lock an integral feature behind it.
A full fucking system.
There better be a
Mhm.
way to when that game comes out. There better be a
Like
way
that's
to do
not
that.
that's not a
without
funny
an
that's
amiibo.
not a funny bonus feature. That's something that would have genuinely made the game better. Like
Hmm.
that's not DLC. That is an integral game mechanic.
Yeah. When that comes out, I better be able to, use that feature without an amiibo because that is bullshit.
Mm-hmm. And it better not be locked behind the final boss.
Yeah.
It's gonna be so exceedingly dumb whatever they do. And I
Mhm.
know it. Because honestly, The only time Nintendo has like ever listened to fans as of recent was in Smash Bros. In which case that wasn't even Nintendo. That was Masahiro Sakurai, and in the second case it was all they did was add GameCube support to a GameCube emulator, GameCube controller support to a GameCube emulator. Like,
Yeah.
what do you
Takes
think?
no effort. Yeah, this is pretty bullshit. I'm not mentally prepared to go into anger mode because at this point I'm just disappointed
Yeah.
in the company. After they be
All I
better
have to
than
say,
this. Oh well.
don't buy the Skyward Sword remake. It's not
Yeah,
gonna be worth it.
unless at E3 they really impress me, it's probably not worth it. I'm not buying it.
Unless come E3 they pull some Xenoblade Chronicles shit and add like another campaign. It's not gonna be worth it.
Yeah.
Um. So just don't buy it. Go play like the Henrico texture pack version, and I don't
Honestly,
know.
yeah. Yeah. Also, don't defend them for this. This is a shitty
No.
move. Nintendo doesn't get like the excuse of anything here. This is EA
Yeah,
type shit. They shouldn't do it.
man.
This is stupid. So yeah.
And they do all this shit, and then they're like, okay, now I'm allowed to go take down all these games. Like, take down all the
Yeah.
emulators. I bet that's the only reason they remake games is so they can take down the emulators and the ROMs. I would bet good
Yeah.
money. They'd be like, what do you mean you can't buy it? We
You can
just
buy
sold
it.
it. But, yeah, it's kind of ridiculous. You know what Nintendo's best move could be, even with just remakes?
Hmm.
If they put remakes of their old games on Steam, like on PC, they would never do this.
Hmm.
Like not their modern games. I'm not asking them to put
Yeah.
their modern games, but if they put like remakes of their games on PC and just the remakes, that would probably solve their emulation problem, right?
Yeah.
Like they put
I
it on
mean,
there
like,
with
I'd buy
with
that,
like
especially if
yeah,
it's on Steam.
they put it on Steam with like proper modding support. Maybe not even, you don't even need modding support. Just put it on Steam properly. Make it
Someone would figure out
purchasable on
mod
PC.
modding.
Yeah, someone else will figure it out. If they were to just put these remakes on PC, it would literally fix all of their financial problems
Hmm.
with emulation,
Yep.
if there even are any. Hmm. Like there's a quote that not a quote, but there's a guy that I watched that made a very, very wise quote, and he said, dude, why take down all these guys? Because taking it down just kind of shows that you know you couldn't do better than them. Just do better than them.
Just do
You'll
better. Yeah.
if you make a better product than them, they won't go out and do these other things.
Hmm.
If you make it worth it, right?
Yeah.
That was in reference to content creation, but it also works here.
Hmm.
Like if you just make a better product than what emulation is currently you using right now, and then release it on platforms other than the fucking Switch, people will
Yep.
buy the hell out of it, and it'll solve your
Yeah.
fucking emulation problems. That's what the Sonics game did, and like nearly no one, or not near, like I don't know why anyone would emulate the Genesis games now, other than for the reasons of ROM hacks. That's the
Yeah.
only reason. And then that
Yeah,
fizzled
or
out because we have
you can
Sonic
get anyone
Mania.
else.
Like,
Yeah.
just make a better product. I know you have the resources to do it.
Yep.
I know you have the resources to do it because you're spending those resources suing the people
Not doing it.
that yeah, you're spending the resources suing the other people. Just put those resources towards making a better product. It's supposed to be a competitive market, not a fucking we kill everyone who makes a better product than us.
Hmm.
That message is also to you, Facebook. Stop fucking buying companies that make better products than you. uh, that would be the best timeline. Nintendo just releases Mario 64 on PC.
That would be nice. That would be great.
Has all the modding support of Mario 64 PC.
Oh, nice.
That would be so
fantastic.
sick. I mean, Skyward Sword on PC probably wouldn't even play that bad.
No, that'd probably play pretty good with a mouse,
Yeah.
especially if they had like VR support. Someone would mod in.
Skyward Sword is like the one Zelda game that would have really good mod support, just because it has like the same kind of it has the same thing that Resident Evil 4 did,
Mm,
where it worked a lot better with motion controls.
yeah,
Um, so I mean, in VR, that's like the ultimate motion controls.
it would be really good in VR. Yeah.
I can't. Speaking of, I can't wait for the Resident Evil 4
Oh
release on Switch.
yeah, I'm really
I
excited
don't
for
know
that.
if I'll stream it unless I buy it directly on my PC,
Mm.
which I might do just because I don't know if I can handle playing it by myself. Because Resident Evil 4 already freaked me the fuck out, but uh, I'm super excited about that because I haven't played Resident Evil 4. I really like Resident Evil 2, and Resident Evil
Mm.
2 remake is what I mean is a lot closer to Resident Evil 4 than like Resident Evil 7.
Yeah.
And while I'm playing through Resident Evil 7 right now, it's really good. I enjoyed it a lot. I definitely am
Yeah.
not enjoying it as much as I enjoyed Resident Evil 2 remake.
Mm.
Just because Resident Evil 2 make? What the fuck am I saying? I'm speaking too fast. Resident Evil 2 remake did a lot with the fact that it's a puzzle game, right?
Hmm.
Like Resident Evil 2 remake had like genuine puzzles. Like you were a fucking detective. And while some of the puzzles were really fucking obtuse, some of them were clever. Like you're trying to figure out how to get a car open. You can inspect the car keys, but who would ever think that by inspecting the car keys you could open like the car? Because the car keys are bent, right? So you can't open the car with the
Yeah.
car keys. Then you figure out that you can fucking inspect the car keys and like click the electronic button. Like that's so clever because it defies
Mm.
your expectations of video games. With
Yeah,
Resident
that's
Evil
smart.
7, um it's a lot less focused on puzzles. It's a
Mm.
lot more when you get an item, you know exactly what to do with it. And there's not like clever shit anymore from what I've played.
Ah.
There's not like you inspect something, you get a code from it. It's just like you get an item and you just immediately know where it goes.
Hmm.
Because you've already
I
seen
like.
where it needs to go.
Yeah, I like the puzzles of two.
Yeah, so I'm hoping that either 4 is like that, or Resident Evil 4 makes up for that by having some really fun action. Because, not gonna lie, horror is fun, but not always.
Yeah.
Horror is only fun to me when I'm like laughing about it, right? Like when I'm scared and then I'm like, oh, that was funny, which only happens with friends.
Yeah.
So when I'm playing a game like Resident Evil 7, where it tries to focus a lot on horror and not a lot on the action or the puzzles, I get really bored
Mhm.
really fast. And it
Yeah,
just makes me
that's
not want to
fair.
play it. That's say how you keep bored of a horror game, you get scared. Well, at some point, I'm gonna get tired of just feeling only scared.
Hmm. I don't know about Resident Evil 8. I think that came out recently, but I haven't bought it and played it yet. So
Resident Evil 8 doesn't seem as freaky. I think it's a
yeah,
lot more action based.
it does seem very action based from what I've
Yeah, it has a lot of jump scares though.
heard.
I'm not down for that.
Yeah.
um, but I mean, yeah, Resident Evil rant over. It's good games. I really can't wait for that to release. I don't know why it's gonna take them till like the end of the year because I'm pretty sure they said it would be released like later this year. And if they
Yeah.
mean, I don't know if they mean late this year or just later, but like
Mm.
when they showed it off at E3, it really seemed like they had all of the aspects you would need to convert the game into VR.
Yeah, kind of done.
So I don't know
What are
why.
they
I mean,
talking
maybe they're
about?
having trouble with some of the items, some maybe the inspection of some of the items. I don't know, but
Maybe.
I don't know
Yeah.
why they would take longer to release it
Hmm.
because it's gonna sell well. I know it's gonna sell well,
Yeah.
unless it's like $40. But if it's less than $40, it'll sell well.
Hmm. Let's see. What? Oh yeah. So apparently, Time Splitters got confirmed to have a revival.
Okay, you're gonna have to explain to me what Time Splitters is.
I also don't entirely know what Time Splitters is actually.
Sick.
I just know Spawncast really, really likes Time Splitters, and has always wanted there to be a revival. So
Yeah,
it's
I've
pretty
heard of it
awesome
before. Like I knew it was one of those
that
franchises that was really good. but never just
Mhm.
yeah. It's really interesting.
I might be vaguely aware of it.
We're getting a lot of that recently, especially with obviously Time
Yeah,
Splitters and the game that you like. I don't remember what it's called.
Psychonauts. I've actually been playing
Psychonauts.
that a bit. That's a really good game. I'll talk about that.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, Time Splitters is getting a revival, though. That's pretty awesome.
That's pretty
I don't.
sick.
I believe it's a shooter. Like it's just a really good shooter. It's good comedy, I
Next,
think.
Mother, please. Let's do another Mother game.
That is not happening.
Please.
We gotta
Nintendo.
get three first.
I mean, we don't
Um,
need 3. If anything, that would be the Nintendo move, is just to not release 3 in the US.
yeah, that is a pretty
That
Nintendo
would be
move.
the ultimate middle finger. They release Earthbound 2 and it's not Mother 3. They release Earthbound 2 and it's Mother 4.
Mm.
That would be like the ultimate Nintendo move. That would
That
be
is a pretty
that would
Nintendo
be
move.
the ultimate middle finger to all the Mother fans, but they would also be happy at the same time. It would be like the weirdest thing.
It would be very strange.
That would be
I
the
could see
weirdest
it though.
decision, but that is perfect for what Nintendo is acting right now. They're making really weird decisions. I still don't understand why, of all games, they decided to remake Skyward Sword. It's a good game. I mean, it's a pretty decent game, but you have like a bunch of other bops.
Yeah,
Although I'm pretty sure they've already remade like most of the other games.
yeah. Let's see. E3 rumors. There's a rumor that there will be like a 3D Donkey Kong.
Hmm.
So that's interesting.
When is E3 happening, by the way?
June 12th is when it starts, I believe.
Sick. Who's
Yeah.
Do we know who do we know that's gonna be there right now?
We know that I believe Nintendo will show up to it, and I think Xbox and maybe not PlayStation.
E3.
Yeah, Xbox and
2021
Nintendo
schedule.
definitely will with some other people, but we don't know when.
Gorilla Collective.
Oh yeah,
Um,
that's the thing.
let's see. There's gonna be. Hold on. Da, 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 shows. Blah, 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 blah. There's an app. Is there an app, or are they just saying that because you can view it in an app?
Hmm.
Um, that'd be really weird if they made a specific app for E3 and didn't just stream it to
That
Twitch or
would be
YouTube.
weird.
They've announced Nintendo, Microsoft. No, what? Nintendo, Xbox,
Hmm.
Ubisoft, Take Two, parent company of 2K and Rockstar.
Hmm.
Capcom, Warner Bros, and Koch Media. Imagine how many people would fucking lose it if we got another Guitar Hero game. It's not at all. No, it wouldn't be Guitar Hero because Rockstar doesn't own Guitar Hero. It would be like Rock Band.
Hmm.
I'm pretty sure I know people that would be excited about a new Rock Band game. I would be excited about a new Rock Band
Yeah,
game.
you would.
Um,
Yeah.
Square Enix, Sega, Bandai, Gearbox, Xseed, Verizon, Freedom Games,
Verizon.
Devious Eye Entertainment, Turtle Beach, and
Oh
Binge.com have
boy,
all joined
Verizon.
E3 as a second wave of announced partners. Why the fuck is Verizon here?
I don't
Are
know.
we getting a gaming? Are we getting gaming cell phone service now?
Oh boy.
Guys, I can't wait for my 2 million megahertz cell phone service. I can't wait for my fiber optic signal.
My fiber optic video game enhancers.
Guys, I can't wait until they make a fucking Ethernet cable for my phone. I'm so excited. Yeah, it's really weird. Um, excited about Square Enix. I hope we get more information on a game that's not Final Fantasy VII. Uh,
Yeah.
they've been kind of riding that wave, and I'm already kind of tired of it because I can't play the game. So,
Yeah.
Sega.
Unless they put it on PC, I'd be pretty
Actually,
happy
yeah.
then.
It'd be a good segment. Let's go through all of these companies that I'm reading on right now, and let's
Sure.
see what we're excited about. So, Nintendo, what do you want?
Let's see.
Hmm.
E3 Nintendo.
I'm putting my bet
Uh,
on new fighter for Smash.
hmm.
It'll
I
revive Smash for like 2 seconds and it'll be dead
yeah,
again.
and then it'll die again. Um, there are, like I said, there were rumors of a 3D Donkey Kong game.
Hmm.
That would be really cool, and I'm kind of hoping that happens because I think that'd be a really unique jump to 3D. That's one of those franchises that just hasn't done that yet.
Yeah.
Well, not well. It happened once, and it kind of sucked.
Oh god,
Donkey
imagine
Kong
if they make a
64
Donkey.
wasn't great.
I can't wait for Donkey Kong 65
Shh.
and Donkey Kong 4K.
um, yeah, I'd like to see that just because that'd be unique new stuff.
Yeah.
I don't want it to be like a 2D Donkey Kong game for the reason of just I don't think we need one.
Yeah, we have a lot of good 2D Donkey Kong games already.
Yeah.
We have all the ones in the SNES. We got Tropical Freeze. I don't remember the rest, but there are more. And then we have Yooka-Laylee and the Impossible Layer. Like, we already have enough filling that genre at the
Yeah.
moment.
There's not enough 3D platformers. I'd like to see more of those. I'm hoping Nintendo does do that with things.
I would love to see a new Donkey Kong 64, but good. Because, I mean, I played Donkey
Yeah.
Kong 64, and it wasn't awful. Like,
It's
I
not
own it.
terrible. It's just kind of bland, honestly. In
Just
my
a game you
opinion.
don't want to play past, like, the first level.
Yeah.
But if they, like,
They
did
could
some
really
good
do a
shit
good
with it.
job.
Yeah.
There's a lot there to do with. Same with Kirby. I'd like to see a 3D Kirby.
Oh, yeah. I think they did it once, and it was really good. No, they didn't do it.
Yeah. No,
Did
no,
they?
didn't.
I don't remember.
No. Crystal Shards was kind of close, but it wasn't really 3D.
But a new 3D Kirby game would be really, really cool.
Yeah.
Especially since I
Let's see.
bet Kirby would work at least relatively well as a first-person
In
game.
3D,
Or not a first-person,
yeah.
a 3D game. Just please
As
don't
a
make it
3D
a
platformer.
shooter.
Yeah.
Oh my god, imagine that you fucking suck in an enemy and then you go into like prone and have to aim your mouth.
No, I think just like a traditional 3D shooter, not 3D shooter, just like a traditional 3D platformer would be a really good
If they
Kirby
did,
game.
honestly, if they did that, it probably would be a Kirby game. Probably like a Waddle Dee spinoff. Because
Yeah,
I don't
that's
know
fair.
how well Kirby's abilities would work in 3D. Like they'd have to do a major rework of how Kirby works for it to do 3D.
Mm.
Because it very much relies on not having precision.
Yeah,
Because you kind of just suck and then spit. That
yeah,
you eat and then you blow. It's like it's kind of it's definitely an intuitive system, but Kirby games have always been easy for a reason because they're just fun little games.
Mhm.
But if you put it in like a 3D environment, it might not work as well just because those abilities would have to be way more precise and just might not be fun to use anymore.
yeah.
But if we got like a Waddle Dee
Let's
game, I'm down.
Mm.
We want to
Let's
move
see.
on?
No, I'm
Okay.
just trying to think of other stuff. What else would I like from Nintendo?
Can we
Pikmin
please
4
get
would
my?
be
Can we
nice.
please get Masahiro Sakurai a vacation?
That would be
Please.
nice. Give him a vacation already.
Give him and just yes, just give
That's
him
an
a
announcement.
vacation. That should be an announcement. Everyone would be happy. Everyone would be
Yes.
like, "Oh my god, thank you."
Moving on to the next thing, Masahiro Sakurai will be forcibly on vacation for the next month because we'd like him to not die.
You just hear the entire crowd cheering. Oh, that's so beautiful.
Moving on.
If they what? I'm still thinking about remakes. If they what? I mean, they've basically remade every Zelda game at this point. Breath of the Wild
Yeah.
2. If they don't show any fucking
They don't
Breath of the
show
Wild 2 and Metroid Prime 4, I am going to snap. That's going to be
Yeah.
it. I'm going to lose
I'm
it.
gonna lose it. That's fair.
I'm gonna go
lose it.
full
If
Doomslayer.
This better be a good E3, honestly, because when Nintendo shows up, and their E3 sucks this year with how they've been both acting and how little they had last year.
I'm gonna be so mad. But it's like, yeah. Those are my two criteria. If they include Breath of the Wild 2, and Metroid Prime 4, it's just going to be immediately good. They don't even have to show
Yeah,
gameplay. Just tell us it's in development.
yeah.
Just
Show us
mention
gameplay and
it,
it'll be
and I will be
amazing.
happy.
I would love it if they were like, it's actually coming out at the end of this year. That would be great.
I'm realizing I've been really intense this whole podcast. um,
Yeah, you're fine.
but I really hold on. Yeah, but those two things, if they don't mention it, I'm just gonna consider it failed. Unless they do
That's well,
some really fucking crazy shit, like they announced Nintendo 2 or something.
Nintendo 2.
Two, Nintendo 2,
We are
without
rebranding to
all
a
of the
new
bad
Nintendo.
things. Um, in terms of fighters, if they release new fighter, I'm still holding out hope for like fucking Doomslayer and Sora.
Yeah,
If we got like if we got, I really want him. Maybe not Sakurai, but maybe a smaller development team. Just make like a whole, just make like an entire pack of just joke characters for Smash that can't be used in like ranked. Like there's an option to turn the joke characters off because they're so weird. But I would love it if we
make
just had like a
joke
joke characters.
characters.
Yeah, like we get
I want
Goku, but
Brock.
he's way too OP and like overpowered. But it's still funny that you have Goku in Smash Bros. Now.
I want just Sword.
Yeah, like characters that deviate so hard from the normal Smash Bros. That they
Yeah,
just can't, they just absolutely cannot be allowed in like tournaments or ranked or anything. But they would still be fun to have and mess around with. Like that just sounds like fun, right?
that sounds fun. Yeah.
I would want to do that. Hire me,
Mm-hmm.
I'll do it.
Here, me.
They
Let's see.
they
What else is
finally
there?
add guns into Smash Bros. And it's just the character. It's just a Glock.
It's
That's
just a Glock. That's the whole character. It's
the
just a
character.
Glock.
It's not even loaded. What were you saying?
Oh, I'm not sure actually.
Oh, I think it would be pretty neat if we got another mobile game. That sounds really
Mm,
bad, but Nintendo has made really good mobile games. They made the Mario Kart one, they made Mario Run, and honestly, at this point, I don't know why, but I want to see them make a game that's not on Switch, just because. Actually, I don't have a reason. Just I just want to see them make things that aren't on Switch, that just for the
that,
sole purpose of saying that they have.
just so they can say they did to have anything else.
Yeah, I've always just wished that they made shit on other things like PC that would solve a lot of their
Yeah,
problems with sales if they just
it
made shit
would.
and put it on PC. But um but I honestly love it when they branch out and do stuff like that. So if we got like another mobile game, it would have to be amongst other really good announcements. But if we got like, I don't know,
Yeah,
fucking Yoshi's Island on phone or something, I wouldn't be upset. I'd be like, that's a pretty good thing. That's a pretty cool thing.
yeah.
I really
That
hope
would be a pretty
this
good thing.
E3 isn't just Nintendo announcing other people's games on their consoles.
Shh.
Guys, look, we put Fallout 4 on the Switch.
We put video game number 392 that we didn't make on the Switch.
We could get information on other No More Heroes on the new No More Heroes game. That would be pretty sick.
That would that would be pretty nice.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not expecting too much from Nintendo because literally, again, my criteria is literally just if it doesn't include Metroid Prime 4 and Breath of the Wild 2, it is failed. I
Mm.
will immediately consider it failed. But so I don't expect a whole lot. Um,
Yeah, I want to be surprised, and I'm really hoping I end up surprised. But honestly,
I just want them to do
I
the
don't
bare
really
minimum
know
8-bit.
I don't really know what expectation wise I would have for them to surprise me with. Because I mean, I can probably name a few things, but I don't expect them to do it. So
Yeah,
just don't disappoint me again
just don't disappoint me.
for
They're
the
gonna show up
third
and be
year in
like,
a
"We
row.
made the Switch -1. It's the Switch, but we made it worse."
It's the Switch, but we're gonna destroy all of your
It's the
Switches.
Switch, but we took out the CPU and said you have to buy it separately.
Introducing the Nintendo Build. Buy your own, build your own fucking console.
That's a natural evolution, right? In 2 years, they're just gonna make you build your own console out of fucking cardboard. We go from labo to game development to now you just have to become an engineer to play anything Nintendo.
I've been thinking about a format change for our podcast. It's just theoretical, but what if we, when we did our podcast, did like we played a game that required minimal thought together while we
Hmm.
did the podcast?
We could probably do that.
Hmm.
And then we could have our screen side by side because I could just share my first screen and I could share your second screen.
Yeah. It'd be basically like streaming, but you get like our thoughts, and you don't really have to pay attention to the game if you don't want to,
That would be
and we don't
interesting.
have to think. We don't have to like think a lot. But I feel it. I feel like it would add a lot of just stimulation because I've noticed I actually kind of get a little bored occasionally
Hmm.
throughout these because it's just kind of talking and me staring at
Yeah, I
nothing while
get
he talks.
I get very energetic when I talk about things that I like. So it is not a
I do
problem to me.
too. Yeah, I do too, but sometimes I'm not in that mode.
Yeah.
So
I see you're playing Risk of Rain
just an
right
idea.
now.
I am currently playing Risk of Rain because I need a stimuli.
Moving on to like the next company. What do we want to see from Xbox?
Let's see, from Xbox, I really want to see some Psychonauts 2 stuff because I
Civ.
saw that we were supposed to have that game 2 years ago and then
Hmm.
we didn't get it.
If we got another Lucky's Tale game, I would be pretty happy.
Yeah,
I know a lot
that
of
was a
people
pretty
really
good
like
game.
Lucky Tales, and I personally also really liked the Lucky Tales game.
Mhm.
The Lucky Tales game. Why did I say it like that? Uh, I think that'd be pretty cool. I know they have a bunch of
Yeah.
fuck. They have too many third-party companies at their disposal at some point. I can't even remember. If they showed us some Bethesda stuff, that would be pretty cool. I just want to know that Bethesda is making things that have worth, and I'll be happy. Uh,
Yeah. It'd be nice to know Bethesda still exists.
yeah. I mean, obviously they do because
They
they
do.
were
Yeah.
bought, but I hope
They're
that
about, but are
wasn't.
they doing
I
things
hope
well?
Xbox didn't buy their company just to sell their shit. Like they need to. I really hope they bought it
Yeah.
so they could help them make better shit.
Mm.
uh,
Um, but I
um,
feel like going over these, let's see, I'm gonna continue to do like the big hitters for a few minutes, but
uh
I feel
huh.
like most of the things we're gonna say are things most people have already said before.
Well, I mean, some of the new ones I haven't
So,
seen anything about, like
mm,
Gearbox or Sega or Bandai.
yeah,
Yeah,
those are the people I'd like to talk about, yeah.
yeah. Let's
But
go. Let's
mainly,
go.
like, I want to think of like some, like, what are some name like games or like game companies that maybe people don't think about a lot in regards to what else they could make.
I have no idea, dude.
Mm.
Because it would be a smaller niche company.
Yeah,
Um,
I
Just
just mean
talking about
like,
Verizon. No.
like I mentioned earlier before the podcast, like like the people that made Doom Eternal. I wonder what they're gonna work on next.
Oh yeah.
Like that's the type of
Um.
thing I mean. Like things people don't
Okay.
tend to think about, but would make sense. There'd be a sequel
Yeah,
to,
they
or at
have to
least another
make.
thing.
They had to use those team resources for something. There. If I had to guess, I'm not gonna spoil. I'll spoil regular Doom Eternal, but I'm not gonna spoil the DC DLC.
Yeah.
But if they make another Doom Eternal game, as I said before, with you and on our own, it would be
Yeah.
very difficult to recreate Doom Eternal and Doom because you would have to basically create entirely new enemies I'm not gonna say
Yeah.
like why, but Doom 3 would not be able to use demons, and that would be really weird. Like they're gonna have to come up with
Yeah.
some really creative stuff in order to make that work. Especially
Mm.
since the way Doom Ancient Gods ends is so like conclusive.
Hmm.
So we have to come up with some really creative shit. Also, can we please stop putting Doomslayer back in his tomb? We know he's gonna be
Yeah.
back. There's no way he's
We
not
know
gonna be
he'll be
back.
fine. Um, I wonder if like the people that made Risk of Rain will ever make another like a third Risk of Rain, and if so, what that would look like.
Well, they
Because the Risk of
transitioned
Rain
from 2D to
franchise's
3D. I think
transition's
the
been
next
really
will be to
interesting.
4D.
Hmm?
I think they transitioned from 2D to 3D. I think the next transition is gonna be 4D.
Oh boy.
No, I think they've hit a point. A Risk of Rain. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if they released a Risk of Rain 3 and it was just kind of Risk of Rain 2, but with a lot more content.
Yeah.
But I think
I mean, they
they've.
don't need to. They could just do DLC for Risk of Rain 2. I'm just
Yeah,
thinking
that's the thing.
theoretically what could happen.
They could.
Or just something else.
They could make it in fucking VR. I don't know. I
That would
think
be
that'd
that
be
would be
really
kind of
nauseating.
cool, honestly. I wouldn't mind a VR version of this. It'd be hard to do, but it'd be pretty cool.
Oh my god. If honestly, that's one of the companies that I would really like to see put their resources towards a different genre because they did
Oh
so
yeah,
well in
that's
that
something I'd also like
genre.
to
They could
see.
also carry. I mean, there's a lot of skills you could carry over into another genre that would work really well.
Yeah.
Like their fucking world building, insane,
Ooh, yeah,
fucking
very well.
insane. They could
Music,
make a.
fantastic
Oh
music.
my god, they could make such a fucking adventure game.
Ooh, they could do an adventure game
They
really
could
well.
make an
I'd
adventure
love to
game
see that.
so good.
I'm finding I'm more excited for indie games for E3, actually.
Yeah, I mean, you think about these big hitters, and you're like, well, we kind of know what they're gonna make. With
We
indies, you
kind of
kind of
know,
don't.
yeah. Indies is anything, and with how good the market's getting with the indie games, there's some
Uh-huh.
really good stuff that could just come out.
Just out of
Like,
nowhere.
Risk of Rain 2 is still one of my favorite shooters of recent time that wasn't Doom Eternal.
Hmm.
And that's an indie game.
Yeah.
It's by far my favorite roguelike ever. It's such a good roguelike.
Uh,
So,
who else? Who else? There was who's the people that made Enter the Gungeon? I'd love to see them make another game.
oh yeah, that'd be interesting to see something else from them.
Another game from Devolver Digital would be really cool.
Yeah, that's pretty much a given. I'm sure we'll get another Devolver. I think we have Devolver showing up at E3, or at least Game Fest.
Yeah, if we got another Devolver game, they always have really creative things.
Yeah, I'm always
Uh,
excited to see Devolver stuff. Just
oh
they're
yeah, they
cool.
just go literally anywhere. It's crazy. I don't know. They make so many things of incredibly varying everything, and they're all
Yeah,
pretty good, and it's really weird. I
yeah,
don't know how they can have employees that are good at everything, but they do.
yeah. They're surprisingly good at just like all the concepts. Let's see, who else is there? Who's like another really good indie developer that's like notorious, but we haven't really seen anything for a bit.
I would say fucking
But
Toby Fox, but we know what he's working on.
yeah, we do know what he's
Um,
working on.
Let me just scroll through my Steam
Oh, Yacht
list.
Games. Oh yeah, Yacht Games
What did
though.
what was Yacht Games? What do they make? Oh,
Uh,
Shovel Knight!
yeah.
Oh
What's the
my
next thing
god!
they're doing?
I
They just
think
finished their Shovel Knight Treasure Trove, so what's the next thing for them? I want to see them
no
start
idea. I would love to see them
a new
start anew.
franchise.
That's the most exciting thing after because we already have kind of gotten a lot of good games. I would love to see them work on a new thing.
Yeah,
It would. I
I want to
can't.
see a new thing from them.
Oh yeah, it
Or
would be
hell,
so good.
honestly, I'd be good with like, what if they did like a 3D Shovel Knight?
That would be so sick.
They could do it in the style of the Nintendo 64, and I would buy that so fast.
It would be. It'd be really funny. This is not gonna happen, but it'd be really funny if they made like a 3D Shovel Knight game and it was like Dark Souls. It's like baby's first Dark Souls,
Baby's first Dark Souls. That
and
would
it's
be
just
funny.
Shovel Knight. And I mean, you
It's
could
just
make that
Shovel Knight.
cool if you did it like the
You
original
could.
aesthetic, but it's just like, why would you make a
I
a
could
Dark
definitely see a
Souls?
3D platformer though. Honestly, I'd like to see
Oh
them do any
yeah,
type of 3D platformer. I want to see what they can accomplish.
be really cool to see them doing what the developers. That's another developer I'd like to keep an eye on. The developers of Ukulele,
Oh yeah,
Playtonic.
because Ukulele was really good with Impossible Lair. I need to finish
Yeah,
that.
Ukulele. Playtonic has done something really creative with Ukulele, where instead of just making, just completely revamping and starting with a new game, a new lore, whatever, they just use. It's like they.
They just took
It's
that
really,
lore and
yeah. They
character and just
use.
made a new thing.
It's like they're using Yuka and Laylee as a vessel to bring back the really good concepts of old.
Yeah.
Like, Ukulele isn't defined by one play style. It's defined by the fact that we left behind the good things. And now we're getting it
Yeah,
back,
yeah.
baby. Ukulele, that's actually really interesting.
Okay.
Ukulele is defined by nostalgia.
Good point. It's interesting, but true.
Yeah. That's their
They kind of
genre.
don't have a definitive style. They're just like things.
What games were made in the 80s and 90s that were really good?
Um. Hmm. What have we not seen in a while? Actually, what's like a genre we just haven't had much of
genre we
for a
haven't
while
had a
now?
lot of. I'm gonna
I would
throw
say 3D
VR out
platformers
there.
is definitely one of them.
We got a lot of 3D platformers from like PlayStation, though.
Recently,
Yeah, we got like Oddworld.
oh,
We got Ratchet and Clank.
Oddworld's
We
2D.
got, well, I guess that's right. We still got
Yeah.
Ratchet and Clank. We
We do have
got
Ratchet and Clank. That'll be good. I guess we do have a lot of 3D. I guess 3D platforms are kind of coming back, so that's really nice. What were you gonna say?
I'm just gonna throw this out there. Stanley Parable devs still have not finished the Stanley Parable Deluxe. Um, and I don't want them to show the Stanley Parable Deluxe, but I would love to see literally what else they're working on, like literally anything else they're working on, because Stanley Parable was such a good fucking game that they're one of those companies that I would buy pretty much anything from.
Anything from?
Like, Stanley Parable was such
Yeah.
a creative feat in game
Mhm.
narrative storytelling. Like,
Oh yeah.
it was weird. It was like they took the narrator concept and said, what if the narrator was just like a guy? He's not limited. He's not a character in the game. He's not like omnipotent. He's not omnipotent, but he's still a lot of control. It's like the narrator is like the game dev, but it's a really shitty game dev, and it makes for a really interesting video game.
Hmm.
And I would love to see them
Um,
do something else with the concepts of really weird storytelling.
So Valve is definitely far, far from an indie developer, but I'm lumping them in with indie developers because
There's just
I
developers
feel
we
like
like
they
at some
fit.
point. At this point.
yeah. But like they do make unique games, and they make
Mhm.
not a ton of games But so when they do make games, it's pretty impressive. And they did start as an indie developer, so
Yeah, I'm
fuck it, it's my list, my
uh,
podcast.
what do you
My
what
podcast.
specific things are you looking forward to?
Anything. I just want anything from Steam. I want a new game from Steam because Alex was amazing. I want new VR stuff.
Did you finish,
I
Alex?
don't even care. I've not finished it, no, but I did start playing it again recently, and I'm actually almost about to go into the wine brewery.
Ooh.
So that's gonna be very scary. But Half-Life Alyx is amazing, and I want to see what else Valve has.
Yeah, I would love to see. I mean, I new Half-Life game would be fucking amazing. I'm still
Half-Life
pining
3 would be
for
insane.
a Portal VR game.
Yeah, that would be. I still think that would work really well in VR. Maybe
I'm
they would change their
also
mind. Hopefully,
still
but
pining for a new non-VR Valve game, just because they do that also really well and creatively. Like, while they did
Yeah.
take huge steps with intuitive stuff in VR, that's like really
Yeah.
hard. So if they applied the same skills to something easier, they could make like even crazier shit. So
Yeah.
I would be excited to see
Um.
that. And honestly, I don't
mhm.
always want to wear a giant fucking dome on my head just to play games.
Yeah.
I'm
It's kind of annoying to do VR sometimes.
a big supporter of VR, but I just want to sit down sometimes.
Yeah. Anything from Valve, really, just a new game from Valve, and I'd be content as
Oh
long as it's
yeah.
not cards.
Don't make a card game.
Make like an actual new, really good game.
Oh yeah, it would be very nice. I wonder if they're gonna. I mean, probably not, but it would be really interesting to see a new IP from them. So we got, because I mean, Portal's basically finished. Half Life is kind of
Ooh,
reaching
yeah,
its
new IP
head.
would be good.
Half Life,
I
yeah,
mean, they're
Half
known for
Life's,
that.
yeah, Half Life's reaching its head with a Half Life 3 and whatever the fuck Citadel is.
Yeah, I
If
don't
we
even know if
got
Citadel is Half-Life.
no, but if we got like a new IP, that would be really sick, especially with all their shit that they could do in the
Yeah,
new Source 2 engine. We haven't
Citadel
even
could be a
scratched the
new IP
surface.
actually. All we know is that Citadel exists. We don't even know where it is. It could be the new IP.
Oh yeah, just
So that
make
would be
it'd be
nice.
really interesting to see them delve in a genre that they haven't before. Because so far they've done like shooters, VR. They've done shooters, VR, and like MOBAs.
Hmm.
And you wouldn't think that those are similar, but they are more similar than you think, especially with like CS:GO and Dota.
Yeah.
And I guess
All
there's
right. I
like
think.
Artifact, but
Hmm. I think I'm gonna transition into just stuff we like. I guess now
okay.
stuff I want. I want a new Star Wars game.
What type?
I want another Jedi Fallen Order.
But if we got like a Jedi Fallen Order that
Like
was really, really,
another.
really good.
Yeah, I'd like another one of those. I want another Jedi game that's like really well done in single player.
Did you ever finish Jedi Fallen Order?
I did finish it.
Oh, I didn't know if you ever
It was
finished
really
it. 'Cause I
good.
know on your last
Yeah, no,
PC it
I
wasn't
finished it
working
a
very
while
well.
ago. It was really good.
Nice. So maybe yeah, we should definitely get another Jedi Fallen Order. That'd be really sick.
Yeah,
If we got another, so wait, hold on. So you told me you got like the first part of the Vader VR game. How was that?
it was pretty good, but it was incredibly short, and I was disappointed by it.
Yeah. If we got
I finished it in
another,
a day, and I paid $10 for it.
if we got a really really good like dueling fucking VR lightsaber game that
Oh
wasn't split
yeah.
into 15 different parts, that would be really neat. I think that's one of the I think the best Star Wars games are the ones where you take the concepts that are like the most absurd concepts of Star Wars and apply it to
Mhm.
competitive, where people are forced to learn how to get really good at shit like using the Force and fucking lightsabers and laser guns.
Mm.
I think those are where they shine.
I
Obviously, with Star
yeah,
Wars Battlefront,
I
the
would
originals and
like
now.
mhm. I would like some more just single player games, but
Yeah.
honestly, I'm upset about the fact that we still don't have an open world Star Wars game.
Yeah, I mean it would kind of just be Destiny, but with Star Wars IP instead of other random robots.
Yeah, but if it's done by the right developers, it could be really impressive.
I get,
And we
yeah, I mean
almost
it
had
could.
one. I forget the name of it, but like 17 something. We almost had one, and then EA
An
happened.
EA. But it would be pretty sick if we got like an open world Star Wars game.
Yeah, I've heard rumors of an open world Star Wars game with Mandalorians.
That would be really cool.
Yeah, because you could fly around with a jetpack in like a city.
Oh yeah. And
Like I think it
especially
would be set on Coruscant too.
oh yeah, and especially and I mean we just got and one of the big things with a lot of Star Wars games is I think one of the big rules is that every Star Wars game has to have at least one cool lightsaber thing. But we just got the dark saber, so we can literally make it
Yeah,
canon.
yeah.
So it fills that box. That would be so sick. We got like a Mandalorian open world game.
Hmm. Hell, I don't even need lightsabers for that one, honestly. I'd be okay with a Mandalorian game
No,
without the
but no,
lightsabers.
but like a lot of people would be very upset if there was a Star Wars game that released that didn't have really good lightsaber things, especially after like Fallen Order. I mean, I guess there were
Hmm.
squadrons, so maybe they wouldn't be too upset. I just know,
Yeah, I think it would make sense because Mandalorians aren't exactly known for lightsabers,
yeah.
so it'd be weird to have a lightsaber. There's only one
hmm It'd be really cool
lightsaber.
if if we got that. Hold on, I can get this out. It'd be really cool if that was the natural transition from Squadrons. It's having an open world game that had the mechanics of Squadrons when transitioning between things.
Ooh, that would be cool. Yeah,
It would make sense too. It'd be really sick. Just maybe
yeah,
not as complicated as Squadrons, but just a bit easier.
yeah. Yeah, I think you could do it with like a like with Mandalorians and have it not have lightsabers. Just have them have like different swords.
Oh yeah, it's like
Just have them
regular
have different
swords.
melee. Yeah, they would still have melee. It just wouldn't be lightsabers.
Deck people. hmm hmm
Just because it doesn't really fit Mandalorians is
I
all.
would love to see a
I'd like an
Star
open world
Wars
Star Wars
game.
though.
I would love to see a first-person shooter Star Wars games where they don't use any of like upgraded shit. So you're just going down, mowing down all of this fucking Jedi with just like a pistol that fires regular bullets. I don't know why. That would be. I would love to like. Doesn't even. That obviously doesn't have to be the main thing of the game, but I just want to see that concept of just using like regular guns against Star Wars things.
That actually does exist in Star Wars canon. They're called Jedi
Yeah,
Killers.
you told me about this. I want to see that like in
Um,
game.
yeah, so like in Star Wars, it's usually that they use energy like bullets.
Uh huh.
Just because it's cheaper. Lasers are cheaper.
Yeah.
Laser rounds are just cheaper to make, but you can make. There are regular guns that do regular bullets. They're just rare, and they're specifically designed for Jedi because Jedi have lightsabers. So if in the movies, you deflect the blast in Star Wars, but someone shoots you with a bullet
You can't
and
deflect a
you
fucking bullet.
you try to deflect it with a lightsaber by hitting it, and that metal goes through that gets really hot. That is going to kill them
It's
because it's
going
not going
to
to
it's
stop.
going to kill you and instantly categorize your death.
Yeah,
That is just
that's
going to be
searing.
the most painful thing you've ever put yourself through.
So
I would love
that
to
would be.
see like a Fallen Order game where that's one of the bosses.
Ooh,
That would
yeah.
be sick. And then instead of having to deflect the bullets, you'd have to like fucking catch it with the force with like crazy timing.
Ooh, yeah, but it takes a few minutes for it to charge the gun up because it can't just be an automatic insta kill.
No. But it'd be a
So
really
it takes a
interesting
bit
thing.
to charge up, but if it does hit you, it'd kill you
Yeah,
instantly.
I really want
That'd
to
be
see a
unique.
game cover all the really niche parts of Star Wars. Those are the parts that are
Yeah,
most
that's why
interesting
I
to
want a
me.
Mandalorian one
Yeah.
because the Mandalorians aren't super well explained on it. Like they aren't super well explored. They haven't been until the Mandalorian happened.
Yeah. I mean, we
It
got
wasn't until then
it was
that
so cool. And
I want to see a
I
Star
bet
Wars
Disney
that
needs a reason to make
you
another
go.
Mandalorian season. That'd
Yeah,
be perfect. Just transition out of that.
yeah. Mm. I also would like to see I want to see a Star Wars game set in the lower part of Coruscant.
What does that mean?
So, do you know what Coruscant is?
No.
So, you know in Star Wars, the big giant planet that's like entirely city?
No.
Oh, that's Coruscant. So, that's the capital
Oh,
of
is it
Star
like is
Wars.
it the ones is it the ones that the Jedi are found a lot in the prequels?
Yeah, that
Okay.
planet is entirely city.
Oh, wow.
The whole planet is city. And that's interesting because it's not just entirely city, it's entirely city that has been built upon with more and more city over time.
Mhm.
So Coruscant itself literally grew larger as a planet
What?
because of how much city was added to it. But like where the top of the city is, where we see usually with the
Mm-hmm.
Jedi, there's miles down from there
Oh my god.
that's underground. And there's like a very and it gets low enough to the point where it's basically like no one ever goes there,
Mm-hmm.
and it's basically unknown what's down there.
That's freaky, but I love that kind of concept.
Yeah, that's why I want to explore it. The further down it you get, the more impoverished it is, and so like the people at the that are like a few stories down on
Mm-hmm.
the city levels, they're just too impoverished to get further up, so they're stuck down there. So it'd be interesting to just explore that. It'd be interesting to explore even further than that, because like I said, it gets really dark down there.
Mm-hmm.
It'd have to be like illuminated by lights in the city, which would also look incredible because of like new stuff like ray tracing would look so good. And like I'm just imagining. I think this was rumored actually, for the Mandalorian game.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm thinking like how amazing would it be if you had a third person Star Wars shooter game where you're like a Mandalorian and you have like your jetpack and everything, and you go around as like a bounty hunter Mandalorian
Yeah.
and you explore like Coruscant, this neon
That'd
lit
be so
underground
cool.
city. That would be amazing.
Like a Doctor Who episode. That is a Doctor Who episode.
That's something I want to see happen.
That would
That
be
would be a good
so
video
cool.
game. Yeah.
Yeah, I think the best parts, I think the most fun parts of Star Wars now are the ones that don't show the things that everyone knows. Because everyone knows Star Wars, everyone knows Jedi. That's what covered in the movies. We've already covered those to death. I mean, they're a big part of the story, but there's
Yeah.
other fucking shit happening in this world. There is not that many
Oh,
Jedi left. We can cover other things. How is the rest of
yeah.
the world dealing with all the Jedi dead?
I like that, and I like the fact that we're covering like with Star Wars that it's covering some interesting eras that haven't been explored much. Like the
Oh yeah.
Mandalorian heavily went over and like very much filled in the gaps between Revenge of the Return of the Jedi and like
Hmm.
what happened after Return of the Jedi because that was a big moment. And then Jedi Fallen Order actually heavily went over the events that took place immediately after the Purge,
Oh yeah.
after the Order 66 Jedi Purge. That's something the Bad Batch is a TV show. Like, that show is also going over it. I want to see more
Yeah.
of that era explored because there's not a lot there. And I want to see more of that. The early rise of the Empire. It'd be really unique
It'd
to
be really
see.
sick.
Yeah. So I want more of that. Just that era is really cool to me. I want to see more of that.
Oof. Imagine we get like fucking Sim City, but you're the Empire expanding your fucking forces and taking over the
That would be
universe.
great. You've enslaved 12 nations,
Oh, not even 12 nations. You've enslaved 12 fucking
planets.
galaxies. Oh
Yeah,
god.
it'd just be
Oh
planets. I think
god.
there's only one galaxy, but yeah, it'd be like you've enslaved 12 planets.
Hmm.
Ah. So
Oh
yeah,
my
I
god.
just want more Star Wars. I want more Star Wars games.
Yeah, it'd be sick.
Let's see. Xbox. I want to see more of the Xbox catalog because they
What do you
got
mean?
all of those new indie developers
Oh
that they
yeah.
got. I want to see what they've done with them thus far.
That
Just like an
presentation is
update.
going to be so goddamn long just because they have so
Ooh,
many
yeah,
different things.
it's gonna be long, but it's gonna be good.
Hmm. I really want to know what Sega's doing.
Oh yeah.
Because because it's probably gonna be Sonic, but if we got like one, if we got Sonic Mania 2, or two, if we got like another really good 3D Sonic game, either of
Hmm.
those I would respect. Because
Yeah.
obviously Sonic Forces, not that good.
Yeah.
I know I'm at least tired of the just run forward formula of Generations, Forces, and Unleashed. And while those
Yeah.
are really cool and fun And spectacles, I kind of want to play a game sometimes.
Yeah.
So I would love to see them revamp that style. That's one of the reasons. It's one of the reasons why I'm really liking Sonic Adventure 1 and 2 right now, is because those focus a lot less on the fast and a lot more of the like puzzle applications of Sonic's abilities.
Mm-hmm.
And like the interesting things.
I'm remembering a certain like fan type game thing that somebody made.
Mm-hmm.
That is something I'd like to see explored more with a Sonic 3D.
Yeah.
Let's see if I can find it.
Yeah, if you can find it, send it. Well, I've been
There
a
it is.
long time
It's called
Sonic fan.
Sonic Utopia.
Oh, I've seen this
Like, it's in the
game.
context. Yeah, I want to see this.
I played this
type of
game
thing.
way back in like
Oh, nice.
2015, 2016.
Hmm.
This game is
It's a
great.
bit- Yeah, it's great.
Have
I
you
want to see
played it?
this type of thing. I have not played it.
You
I
should
just saw
definitely
the
play it. I
video.
think you'd like it.
I'll definitely check it out. I didn't realize it was actually a game. I thought it was a tech demo.
I mean, it is kind of a demo, but it's a really fun demo where you just get to run the
Yeah.
fuck around.
Yeah, I didn't realize it was downloadable. I mean, I thought it was just
No,
this
it's
thing that
great.
showed off. Yeah, I want to see it like this because I think this does what Sega wants. They want like the speed, but this also has like an openness to it. You can
Yeah,
go
we
where
have
you
the
want.
speed. I think the best thing you could do with Sonic Speed at this moment is make you... The thing that's... My favorite thing about Sonic Speed is when you have to earn going fast. I like the
Yeah.
boost formula, but let's be honest, pressing one button to go really fast gets really stale after a while. Having to
Yeah.
fucking build up momentum through your own talent over the controls and all of this shit, that is satisfying. That is a level of gameplay you can't release. And that is why LEGO Dimensions has been like one of my favorite Sonic games in the past very long time. That's gonna sound sad, but they did that formula better than Sonic Forces. So
Yeah, I wanna see this basically done in the way that Bowser's Fury was, where you have like just
oh yeah,
there's just this massive area that you can explore. And there's just like a few of them, but
yeah.
it's,
If
like,
they made a
you unlock stuff.
Sonic
continuously.
open world game, that would work so well.
Yeah, so I would like to see that. I would buy that very much
Mhm.
so.
Not like Sonic Adventures, like this. Like this would be sick.
Yeah, like not like Sonic Adventure, more like just genuinely go anywhere. Whole thing is open. You just unlock stuff and it's like a giant, massive.
Well, if I'm being
world.
honest, I'm way more excited to see what the fans are making right now because they have made a
Yeah.
whole bunch of really good Sonic fan game engines that look really good. But I would like more something like that doesn't include boosting because boosting has gotten kind of stale.
Yeah. Yeah, it'd be interesting to see what Sega has. Let's see. I hope if we do get another Mario thing, I don't think it'll be anytime soon, but if we do get more Mario, that we get some stuff that's like taking inspiration from Bowser's Fury. If the Donkey Kong 3D thing is true, we aren't getting Mario Odyssey 2 for a long time, if ever.
If the what is true?
So the Donkey Kong 3D rumor also states that basically the company that's making it is the company that made Mario Odyssey.
Oh.
It'd be the group that made Mario Odyssey, so it'll be a good 3D platformer. It'd be really good.
But I would so much rather have Mario Odyssey too.
But yeah, no Odyssey 2.
Like they better if they don't make an if they don't make an Odyssey 2 within the next like 2 years, they better come out with something really good. I mean, they don't have to make it; they just announce it. But like,
I want more 3D Mario. I want more Odyssey. It was really good. It's a game that deserves a sequel like Galaxy did.
If Retro Studios is working on Metroid Prime 4 right now?
Yeah.
After
Which I'm very
Retroid
happy about
Studios,
still, obviously.
if Retroid Studios stops working on what's it called? Metroid Prime 4? If they stop working on it, when they stop working on Metroid Prime 4, what are you excited to see them work on next?
That's interesting because honestly, I'm not really sure what they've done for the past 5 years.
Yeah, not gonna lie.
That's a thing I'm actually kind of concerned about after they're done with Metroid Prime 4. Will they do anything else?
Yeah.
Because they finished Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze like 5 years ago, and then just nothing happened.
They did do that. That was really weird.
And I thought for a while maybe they just haven't announced it, or they're still finishing it up. But at this point, I'm pretty sure they just didn't do anything for 5 years straight. I feel like Metroid Prime 4 was their last saving grace that like kept them from dying, just because it was such a good thing that they showed off to Nintendo and they liked it
Oh
so much
yeah.
more. And I would hope that Metroid Prime 4 comes out really well and does really well, and Nintendo looks at it and like, oh, that sold really well, and a lot of people liked it. So because of that, here you go. We're gonna let you make some other games. Do something, and
Mhm.
hopefully they do something.
It would be pretty cool if they did something. Mhm.
They did anything.
Just make a game.
Make a
Uh,
video game.
but I would love to see another Metroid Studios game after Metroid Prime 4 if they ever fucking finish it. Uh,
Yeah, it's
if
been a
Nintendo stops
while
holding them
now.
in the fucking Metroid void that they're in right now. Huh. Oh, who else? Who else? Who
It's
else?
been the same period of time since it like how long it took for Metroid Prime 4 to get announced.
Uh huh.
It's been the same period of time since that was announced to now.
Oh, oh my God! Are you serious? So like,
Yeah.
wait. So you mean by like between the time? So the time. Okay. So you mean like Metroid 3 from the time from Metroid 3 to Metroid 4 Prime being announced at the time it is the time it took up to now?
It might be. Let me check. Pre-release date
That
2000. No, it's not been. Never mind.
it's not been. I don't know. Metroid Prime 4 was kind of announced a long time ago.
2000. It can't be. 2007 minus 2017. That's 10 years. It's not been 10
It's not been
years.
10 years. Yeah.
But I heard something like that. It wasn't like between Metroid Prime 3. I think it was between something else.
It might have been between the other weird Metroid game that they released on the 3DS.
It
It
might
could
have
have just
been,
been since
yeah.
the last Metroid game.
I think it was just since the last Metroid game, yeah, but still, it's been a long time.
It's been a really long time.
Metroid Prime 4 got announced. What was it? Let's see, 2017 minus 2020. It's been 4 years,
Yeah,
almost
normally when we
five.
don't, normally when something gets announced, it doesn't. It's not like I mean, other than the case of the original Breath of the Wild, we don't normally hear a game get announced and then hear it get released like 5 years later. It
Hmm.
doesn't happen very often, unless it's like
Yeah,
an indie title. But with big AAA games, that doesn't happen very often because they save their release date until they know. They save their announcements a lot of the time until they know they have a game. Um, because obviously you would do that.
yeah,
You don't wanna sell a game. You don't wanna announce a game that you know people would be excited about, and then not release the game because then everyone's just mad at you.
yeah.
So I don't know what the fuck happened here.
Mismanagement, things went wrong, I guess.
Yeah, because I'm gonna be honest, I still really am excited about Metroid Prime 4, but I think the hype's kind of died down.
Yeah,
Like if they were to announce a Metroid 3 or not Metroid 3, a Mother 3 remake and then took 5 years from announcing it to releasing it, the hype, even though Metroid 3 is such a big game, the hype would have died down by then.
yeah.
Uh,
Even if they did like a Mother 3 announcement and it took that
Mother
long, Mother
3
3 wouldn't.
or they made like a Mario Odyssey 2, people would not be as excited. Like even with Breath
Yeah,
of
at
the
this point,
Wild, the
I'm just
hype died
upset.
down. The only reason the
Yeah, I feel
hype
like the
started
hype
back
died a
up
lot
was
with.
because Breath of the Wild was a good game.
Yeah,
You really
honestly,
don't even
Nintendo's
know if Metroid
mismanagement of
Prime 4 is going to be a
things.
good game.
Yeah, um, the mismanagement of things would just really cause issues if, like, Same thing to go for. So Breath of the Wild 2 is also interesting because that's the same scenario as I mentioned with Metro Prime.
Really?
The period gap between the last 3D Zelda
Mm-hmm.
to Breath of the Wild, like the period of time it took for us to wait. Yeah, it was the period of time it took for us to wait for Breath of the Wild to happen.
Mm-hmm.
Development time, how long it took Breath of the Wild to be created, is the same period of time that we've been waiting for Breath of the Wild too.
Yeah, and we got so many like gameplay showings throughout all that too. We've got
Yeah, so
nothing
if
about Breath
Breath
of
of
the
the
Wild
Wild
too.
2 comes out and it's just kind of like a sequel and it's nothing insane, that's kind of gonna suck.
Kind of like, what happened here, dude?
Why'd it take 5 years? Even if it's
It
like
hasn't been
a
5 years.
really
There's
good
no way, right? Wait,
2016,
that was when
2017,
Breath of the Wild 2 got announced. Are you serious?
20, no, it came out in 2017.
Oh, I thought you meant okay. I thought you were talking about Breath of the
Yeah.
Wild 2 when it got
No, no,
announced.
no. No, the period between, no, I mean like the period between,
No,
the
I understand
difference
now. Yeah.
in time, yeah, from Breath of the Wild 1's release to now. And they said they started immediately after Breath of the Wild, so at least I think they did.
So what the fuck are they doing? You can't say it was the
Huh.
pandemic because they had like 2 whole years to work on it without the pandemic.
Yeah. My point still stands though. It's been 4 years. It's been like 2 years, I think, since it got announced.
Our point is, it's been a long time,
It's been
and
a
we are
long time.
sad.
Where's the game?
Hmm. Do you? You know, I'd really like to see Mojang make something that's not Minecraft for just a little
That could
bit.
be interesting. Oh,
Cause
they did that
we
though, I
got
guess a little bit.
Minecraft and we got
Yeah.
Minecraft Dungeons, but that's still like
Yeah.
if they moved away from the Minecraft continuity, they can make something really cool and original.
Yeah.
Like you can tell that they're skilled with Minecraft Dungeons, Minecraft Java Edition, Minecraft Bedrock Edition. They could make a really fucking good game if they just stopped holding themselves to the Minecraft title.
Yeah. That would be interesting to see.
Um, I'm really excited to see that. Speaking of Minecraft, I know we just said shed the title, but I'm really excited about uh the new update. I don't know if we talked about
Yeah.
this yet, but it got split into two parts, and the first part is coming out very soon this summer, right?
Yeah, the first part's coming out like very soon. So soon, in fact, that Hermitcraft is already people are starting to already like end their run on this season of Hermitcraft so that they can wait for the
Really?
next one. So
Nice.
it's coming out very soon.
Hoo hoo hoo. I can't wait for the new stuff. I really hope that it's gonna be easy to transition to on Minecraft.
Oh yeah, I hope it's not difficult to deal with.
Hmm. I'm really excited for it though. I'm really excited to get more original stuff in Minecraft. Minecraft. I mean, gonna be honest. Uh, Minecraft really shines when you get new creative stuff to play with.
Yeah,
I think that's
when you
why
get new
Create
things.
the mod popped off for so long because it's so versatile and basically every component in um Create can be used for like hundreds of different machines. Like
Yeah.
Create is so creative that you could use their applications for so many different things. Like, yeah, you could automate your
Hmm.
farm, but why automate your farm when you can make a fucking train? Like, it's really cool, and I would love to
Why
see.
automate your phone? You can make a train.
Yeah,
I need to make a train still.
I would love
Oh
to
yeah,
see.
speaking of, I should probably mention that. So we have a modded server now. It's not public, it's private.
Yeah, but we've been playing around with the modded scene a lot, and we've
Yeah.
discovered that the modded scene has definitely evolved a lot since at least I played mod packs.
Yeah.
There's a lot of shit going on. It's very grindy, as you would think. Uh,
Hmm.
but it wouldn't be Minecraft if you didn't have to grind for 24 hours a day. So,
Yeah.
I'm
I might stream it eventually when I get the time.
not going to because I will immediately stop finding it fun. That's what happened with Kai's server, and I feel kind of bad. I streamed it once, and I was like, this is now just stressful. So I'm just gonna stick to doing cool things.
Nice.
But yeah, it's been fun playing around with all the mod packs, especially since we're waiting for the new Minecraft update. It is kind of absurd, the fucking computer requirement, though.
Yeah.
I really wish that wasn't a thing.
Yeah, it takes a lot of RAM. I'm fine, but Ethan is not.
I am not. If you don't have, if you aren't, if you idle at anything over 50% of your memory, if you have 8 GB, if you use more than 4 GB of your 8 GB RAM, you cannot play this. We added so much shit. And it sucks. Because
Yeah.
I don't know what I fucking did to my computer, but I am constantly using like 50% in idle, and I don't know what I did. No idea. But I mean, it's been really fun. If anyone wants to suggest mods for us to add, I'm pretty sick.
Yeah. And yeah, I'll try to like stream it myself
Mm-hmm.
so people can watch what's happening and the antics we're getting up to.
Mm-hmm. I wonder if there are any superhero mods that are updated because I remember the superhero mods back in the 1.12 days popped off pretty hard. Like they were really
Oh
good.
yeah.
Like you got like the Iron Man suits, the Batmans. You got your Batman suit, you got your Spider Man suits, you got your
Yeah.
Superman suits. But they were all really really creative.
Hmm.
I would love to
I'd
see something
like to
like
see
that.
that. Yeah, an Iron Man suit would be fun.
Mm-hmm. It'd be really sick.
I would enjoy the Iron Man suit.
That'd be pretty cool. I would be happy. Other than that, I mean, I don't really have much more to say. I kind of was very high energy this whole podcast.
Yeah.
If you have more stuff to talk about, we can go.
Um, not really.
Popping off. I have
Um,
one message to give. Uh, bring down the RAM prices. Bring down the
Make
computer
RAM
part
cheap,
prices.
brother.
8-Bit went through this. He hated it, and now I hate it. I just want RAM. It's literally all I want. And yet, even the shitty RAM is expensive. What do I do?
Well, I think Bitcoin's crashing, so
Poggers!
yeah, Elon Musk apparently made a Dogecoin crash, so oh boy for us.
Gotta love it.
One SNL skit destroyed the entire economy of Dogecoin, so
That sounds about right. But other than that, I am pretty much good. I'm gonna go back
yeah.
to playing Minecraft. That is all I do with my days.
I am also good.
Alright. Everyone have a good night. See you next
Yeah,
weekend.
maybe. Well, yeah, hopefully.
Hopefully. Bye
I should be on break by then, so yeah, yeah.
bye.
Bye bye.
Bye.